If you're enjoying this podcast, explore The Calm Operator, a practical survival guide by Steve Barker, published by Books Central. Built for pressure, it helps you stay composed, think clearly, and act effectively in outdoor, urban, and emergency situations. Find the book on Amazon or through the Books Central website. Camp hygiene is one of those survival skills that gets overlooked until it becomes impossible to ignore. When people think about staying alive outdoors, they usually picture fire, shelter, water, or navigation. But once the first few hours pass, the small daily habits matter just as much. Clean hands, safe food handling, waste disposal, and basic body care can be the difference between feeling functional and falling apart. In a survival setting, camp hygiene is not about comfort. It is about protecting your energy, your morale, and your health. The first priority is personal cleanliness. Even when water is limited, your hands should be cleaned before eating, after using the toilet, and after handling raw food, fish, game, or dirty gear. If you have soap, use it. If you do not, clean water and friction are still better than nothing. A small bottle of sanitizer can help, but it is not a replacement for real washing when grime builds up. Pay attention to your feet too. Blisters, trench foot, and skin breakdown can start from simple neglect. Dry your feet well, change socks when needed, and keep them as clean as conditions allow. Next is waste management. This is a major part of camp hygiene because poor sanitation spreads sickness fast. Set up a latrine or toilet area away from your water source, cooking space, and sleeping area. In the field, you want to create a habit that is consistent and disciplined. Dig catholes where appropriate, bury waste properly, and cover it well. If you're in an area where digging is not possible, use approved waste bags or follow local guidance. The key principle is simple: keep human. Waste separated from everything you eat, touch, and sleep near. That one rule prevents a lot of problems. Food hygiene matters just as much. In a survival camp, it is tempting to cut corners once you are tired or cold, but unsafe food handling can put you out of action quickly. Keep raw and cooked food separate, cook meat thoroughly, and store food where it will not attract animals. Clean your utensils as soon as possible after use. If water is scarce, wipe off residue first, so you need less water to finish the job. Also, never ignore spoiled food just because you are hungry. One bad meal can cost you far more time and strength than skipping it ever will. Finally, think about camp organization. A clean, orderly camp supports good judgment. Keep dirty gear in one place, dry gear in another, and cooking gear separate from sleeping equipment. Hang wet clothing where it can dry. Sweep out debris, keep trash contained. These habits reduce pests, minimize odors, and make it easier to move fast if conditions change. Hygiene in camp is really about reducing friction in every part of your day. The cleaner and more organized your setup, the easier it is to stay focused on the bigger survival tasks. Camp hygiene may not sound exciting, but it is one of the strongest indicators that someone is thinking clearly in the field. A survivor who manages cleanliness well is usually protecting their body, their supplies, and their decision-making. In the long run, that discipline can be just as important as fire lighting or navigation. If you want to stay effective outdoors, make camp hygiene part of your survival routine from the very beginning.